welcome back to the Asylum. I'm Kane.
And I'm Jasean.
And we are the Arkham Inmates. Now, happy Friday once again. It's another Fancast Friday. And for today's fan casting, we will be doing our very own Avengers. So, we're going to be making our own Avengers team, who they're going to fight, blah, blah, blah. You already know. Let's get into this. All right, so you already know how this goes. Jasean goes second. I go first, as I always do. So, now, my Avengers... Ooh, okay. All right, caught that. My Avengers movie is called Avengers Invasion. So, the Avengers have been separated for quite some time. No one has heard from Banner in months, but S.H.I.E.L.D. knows his location. Stark is doing what Stark does best, and Thor is in Asgard, according to S.H.I.E.L.D. The rest of the team are working hard on the helicarrier day by day, when one day, Nick Fury gets a strange signal coming from deep space. They decode the message and realize that it's from Tarnax 4. A legion of Skrulls are on their way to claim Earth as theirs and kill anyone in their way. Nick Fury scatters to get the Avengers back ASAP. Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye, the Hulk, and Captain America team up once again to stop the alien invasion. But with the Skrulls' abilities to shapeshift, how will the Avengers fare off against this strange foe?
So basically, it's Avengers, but that shitty-ass TV show with Nick Fury, the fucking one that flopped.
Not really. I mean, kinda,
And Emily Clark.
The Secret Invasions TV show was more of like having the Skrulls be a part of Earth rather than being evil. And I've always liked it as the Skrulls being an evil race in the comics, just being conquering race. And I've always loved like Super Skrull, Fantastic Four, but I kind of wanted to do something different with this Avengers. You know, I didn't want to do Ultron, didn't want to do Thanos, I didn't want to do the big guys. We've already seen that. I want to do something new. So maybe the Avengers fighting the Skrull army and maybe having their own, you know, like Super Skrull type of thing into it. The main villain, I just have the Skrulls. I don't have anyone specifically. I was gonna do Super Skrull, but kind of combine the powers.
That can be good. Just like an army is good.
Yeah. So I was just thinking the Skrulls. You know, there's gonna be a lot of cameos that are kind of just people talking to people. So there's no sub-villain. It's just the Avengers versus the Skrulls. The cameos, I have Pepper Potts for Tony. I have Betty Ross for Banner. I have General Ross for also Banner, but also like kind of like in the government, you know. And then Agent Coulson. I love Coulson.
Yeah, Coulson's
so
good.
that's, you know, those are my cameos for it. But let's get to the actual entire cast. So I don't know if I think this one might turn a couple heads. For Iron Man, which is, you know, ain't no one better than RDJ. But for Iron Man, I have David Cornsweet, which is the new Superman.
What the fuck?
No, hear me out. I'm going with a comic accurate Iron Man who is a pretty boy like RDJ is, but I want a younger pretty boy, like kind of built, kind of taller. RDJ is short. RDJ is kind of that like very medium build.
Kind of built. He's he's like 225 now.
No, but I'm saying for just when the original Iron Man came out, that was good. But I'm saying now. So if we're making modern day, David Cornsweet is tall, he's big, and he's very good looking. But he's also I think he can play. He's the new Superman, by the way, if you didn't know that. But yeah, I've seen him in other things.
Tony's not like 6'2", 225.
No, I'm saying it'd be good to have a bigger Iron Man in my universe.
I can understand.
And there's a bunch of comics where he's 6 foot. He's a 6 foot just bachelor. He's like Bruce Wayne. It's the same type of height. And
Tony Stark is 6 foot.
I'm in most iterations. Go ahead and look it up. In most iterations I've seen, Tony Stark is like either 5'11" or 6 foot, something around that range. He's not a short dude.
I say he's short, but he's not fucking.
Well, Robert Downey Jr. is short.
That's fine, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of went with a more taller, broad-looking dude, you know? And I want him to be an asshole, though. I want him to be...
crazy.
How tall?
6'1".
6'1", I told you. Yeah, Tony Stark's a tall dude. That's what I'm saying. I want a tall, big built Iron Man so that the suit can look big on him. Like, I want him to be a big, burly Iron Man. And he can also... I want him to be a complete asshole. RDJ's kind of gotten the love of people of being this... He's like a snarky, lovable diva. I don't like that. I want him to be like... I'm Tony Stark. I'm the shit. I run this team. If not, fuck you. I want that the entire time. So that's kind of, I think David Cornsweet could be that pretty face that gives that shitty demeanor.
Okay.
So that's why I went with that. I know it's a bit jarring, but that's what I went with. Captain America, I'm going with beefy here, okay? I want a beefy super soldier, so I went Alan Richardson. I know I used him for Sabretooth and X-Men. That's Reacher.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Captain America. He's that big, blonde, big, bulky dude, super serum. I can see it.
Okay.
I think Chris Evans was perfect, but I think Alan Richardson would be a nice Captain America, full patriotic dude.
Okay.
And I really like that. Black Widow. I had a crush on this girl ever since childhood. But Mila Jovovich, she is the girl that plays Alice in Resident Evil, the movies. She was in, she was in Monster Hunter movies. She's in all the Resident Evil movies. She was in the Hellboy remake with David Harbour. She was in, oh my God, Mila Jovovich is so good. I'll show you a picture so you can see her. You know her. I love this girl. My mother grew up with Resident Evil, so I grew up with Resident Evil movies and the games and everything. And Mila Jovovich, I love her. I think she's Russian. I don't know if I call her Russian. Ukrainian. So she's Ukrainian, and I just see her as an older Black Widow. I'm going for an older cast.
But I don't know her, so...
You've never seen Resident Evil?
No.
Oh, man. I love her. She was
She looks like she could be an older
Yeah, she was like the first, celebrity crush. Love her. Okay, Thor. This is another one of those this cast was really hard for me because I feel like I feel like Marvel nailed it with every single casting. But Thor, I have as Charlie Hunnam, he is from Sons of Anarchy, and he's the main dude in Sons of Anarchy. He's also in The Gentleman. He's in a bunch of stuff. I love him, but he's not as big as Hemsworth. He's not a big dude, but I feel like they could, make him a suit where he feels big on camera,
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be smaller than Alan. He's going to be smaller than Captain America, but I feel like they can work with that, I just think he's a phenomenal actor. Hawkeye, I went with Scott Eastwood, which is Clint Eastwood's son. And he is just he's that kind of just manly man, but he's kind of like, he can lay back, he's kind of like, he was in Suicide Squad, he was just for a little bit, but Scott Eastwood, his dad's a phenomenal actor, and he is a phenomenal actor, and just to give him that, like a slight role, Hawkeye's very important, but he could be in the background a little bit, with Black Widow.
Yeah.
For Banner, Bruce Banner, or the Hulk. So the Hulk will be CGI, obviously, but Bruce Banner, I have Jay Bruchel, which if you don't know who that is, he's in When the World Ends with James Franco and all that, but he also voices Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I can see him as just a tall, lengthy, older Banner that's kind of like, I don't know what to do. He's also in Tropic Thunder. He's fucking hilarious in Tropic Thunder. And I can see him as a Banner and then kind of...
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah. It's kind of like, how in Edward Norton, to where his Hulk didn't really look like Edward Norton? Mm-hmm. I'm not really a fan of Ruffalo looking like Hulk. Like, I never was a really fan of that, where the Hulk looks a lot like Ruffalo. I'm like, I kind of like this separation. So you don't have to have the Hulk look like Jay. But I really like him being kind of the nerdy Banner. Nick Fury. Now, I know Nick Fury in the comics was mainly white, and now they went with a black Nick Fury because of Samuel Jackson's performance. So I'm going to kind of, piggy off of that. So I went Denzel Washington.
Okay.
I think that'd be good. Big name on the poster, and he always brings it.
Yeah.
I mean, he always brings it. Pepper Potts, you're not going to like this because of our Superman video, but Pepper Potts, I have Amy Adams.
That's a good one.
Really? Yeah, I think she'd be a nice Pepper, I think she could... I think she would. I think she could be the one that's always like, Tony.
Exactly.
I don't think she's an annoying person, but I think
she can play the girl that's like Tony, but she's not annoying though.
No, bro, anybody can play an annoying person.
Yeah, but I don't think she's annoying though.
Okay, so Betty Ross. This is gonna be Jay Bruchel's love interest, Banner's love interest. So Betty Ross is Elizabeth Banks, she's still gorgeous today, but she's older and she's around the same age as Jay. And if you don't know, Elizabeth Banks, she was Betty Brant in Spider-Man in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. She's gorgeous still. General Ross, I'm kind of going to steal it from the original Ang Lee's Hulk, Sam Elliott. I love his General Ross.
Okay.
I think he got shafted. I love the dude, rest in peace. I forgot his name, but rest in peace to the MCU's General Ross. Mm-hmm. He was great in the Incredible Hulk, that guy. Rest in peace to him, but I love Sam Elliott. I grew up with that Ang Lee's Hulk, so I always saw that. And then, Agent Coulson, I'm going for a big name that's also going to be in the background. I went with Matt Damon.
I don't know how I feel.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of just want him... You know how Matt Damon was, playing the fake Thor in the Thor movies, and he was just in the background of oh, shit, that's Matt Damon. I want the same thing. but as Agent Coulson.
Yeah.
Kind of like just talking to Fury, little things here and there, and then helping people out, maybe a little bit stuff, like nothing too big. But just to be like, holy fuck, that's Matt Damon. But I don't really have any. There's no, like I said, for the villains, it's just the Skrulls. Maybe Super Skrull, maybe something like that. I don't have anybody casting as the Skrulls. It would just be a bunch of CGI characters. That's just kind of how I went with. It was really hard to make an Avengers movie because we have the MCU already doing almost every storyline. So that's kind of what I came up with. So. But hey, you know, maybe Jasean's got something way better. This one was a tough one for me. He probably has wiped the, fucking floor with me on this one. But let's get into Jasean's Avengers movie.
All right. My title is called Avengers: Age of Tomorrow. The day is saved from aliens yet again thanks to the Avengers. And things have finally calmed down in the world, and there has been peace. 25 years go by, and the Avengers have retired, and there's a new, youthful team of heroes. They have taken over, but mainly focusing on money, popularity, and looking cool fighting bad guys in this time of low conflict. But the Chitauri have come back. They've been planning their revenge for years. They have easily captured this inexperienced new team of new Avengers, leaving no one but the OGs. Can they come out of retirement, and can they save the day?
Ah, okay, so like a legacy movie. Okay. I like that. So you're saying that, so it's kind of like, let's say the first half of the, not first half, like first 20 minutes is like them retiring.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the movie is us dealing with these fucking kids that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yep.
And then now the old people
Have to step
have
in
to
because,
save their ass.
Yeah, because they're focused on a bunch of shit.
Yeah, they're focused on
Money.
being a hero rather
Yeah.
than like being a hero.
So
I like that. All
I
right.
wanted an old cast of Avengers, so I have an old.
Do you have the young cast as well?
No, I just did the old cast because they were kind of just.
Okay, so what's the main
insignificant.
villain? The Chitauri?
The Chitauri, kind of like how you did.
The
I did-
Skrulls,
I did
just
it.
overall, like no
Mhm.
real main. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
Um,
That was pretty
I
fucking
could-
close.
I could do my cameos.
Alien races, baby.
My cameos, I wanted to be all the OG Avengers from the Marvel movies in the
Okay.
background as like civilian characters that you'll just know when you feel, oh my god, that's fucking Chris Evans, or oh my god. That's...
Oh, you're gonna go with like the MCU.
Yeah, I want them in the background, like evacuating.
Like how Stan Lee, that
Yeah.
feeling of like, there's
Yeah,
Stan.
But I'd
wow.
want all the OG Avengers.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
You
cool.
know, it'd be a cool cameo. Not to cut you off, but like if they're all getting shawarma and they pass by
Yeah,
a
yeah,
shawarma
so,
place,
like, I
and then
want-
like it's just one of those things where they're waiting in a shawarma line, and Chris Evans is like, "Get to the back of the line," and you're like that'd be cool.
So that's my cameos. 'cause
Okay.
it's multiple.
Just yeah. All right.
So, my cast.
All right. Let's hear it.
So and this is my personal Avengers team that I personally made. So it's not like the
Oh, you're not
OGs.
sticking with the.
No,
Okay.
I
okay.
made my own team. So for Cap, old Cap, Kevin Costner.
Oh, I know the name. What's he from? Kevin
Bunch
Costner.
of shit.
I know the fucking name. I need to see him. Kevin Costner is. Oh, damn! You're going for a really old Cap.
Well, yeah, they're like old. They're retired.
Yeah.
They're done.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. That's cool.
So for Iron Man, I went with a guy who's definitely stylish.
Hey, this is a big one.
He's older. I feel like he could pull off an asshole kind of thing, and he wears glasses in real life, just like Iron Man. I want to go Johnny Depp. I feel like he could pull it off.
I was gonna pick Johnny Depp.
Oh, were you really?
I'm not even lying. I'm gonna a little quick side note. It was 3 in the fucking morning when I wrote my Avengers thing. That's why I couldn't think of anything. The Skrulls. I feel like I feel like I let the Avengers down on this one, but I had to get it done for the video. But for Iron Man, my first initial pick that was like right out of my head was like, oh, who's older? Because I went with an older team. Older, stylish, good looking as
He
hell.
can act like an asshole.
Act like an asshole, and he can act like to where you're like, oh fuck, that's Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
But also the cheekbones
Yeah,
and the way he is in comics, I was like Johnny Depp. But then I was like, nah, that's too fucking easy. I was like, I want someone to be like, huh, like I need like a drawing. I like to shock people, so I was like, ooh, I think David Cornsweet would like fit nicely with that. I was so close to picking Johnny Depp. That's crazy how you picked that.
And
The fuck?
We have another cameo in here that he's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Oh, I thought it was just the Avengers.
Oh no.
What other
but-
cameos you got? Okay,
Oh,
we'll get to it.
No,
we'll get to
I'm
it.
sorry. I meant casting.
Oh, casting. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
What's funny is our cameos were kind of similar,
Right.
in the sense of what you picked. It's
Yeah, yeah.
mainly
It's mainly off-road characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you joined up. So for Bruce Banner / The Incredible Hulk, I did Robert Redford. He played, the villain in The Winter Soldier. He was the dude in charge of Hydra.
Baron Zemo?
No, that's Civil War.
Oh.
Winter Soldier, Captain America 2.
I don't like Winter Soldier as much as the rest, so I only watched it like twice.
That's crazy, but I'll show you.
It's just not my favorite. You're gonna have to show me the
This is
main
like
villain to that.
a Bruce Banner for me.
Bruce Banner.
Like
Ew.
an older, like smart.
I said, "Ooh, I'm sorry."
But
Yeah.
he's old, so
What's he
he
from?
looks like a scientist. Like I know him from
I really don't know that guy. Weird.
Winter Soldier's why I know him.
Yeah.
And I know his acting skill. That's why I picked him. I was like, ooh.
All right, I mean, that's cool. I really don't know him, so I can't say much
All right.
more than that.
Here's the next one where you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Because
Okay,
we did
I'm
not
ready.
talk about this at all.
No, this is genuine. We do not live together. This is a thing that we come together on every once in a while, like in a week. So
for my
yeah.
next guy, for the old version of my heroes, Hawkeye, I picked Clint Eastwood.
You picked Clint Eastwood? You picked his dad, and I picked his son?
Yes.
Yo!
That's why I was laughing. I was like,
That's
what
such
the
an
fuck?
old... I went with, like, an older Hawkeye, too. Like, more of a rugged Hawkeye, like,
But I
middle-aged. You went with, like...
Old man.
Dude, Clint... Okay, Clint Eastwood's, like, 90-something, dude. He's...
Yeah.
Hawkeye ain't hitting shit. What are you talking about?
Well, Hawkeye's blind when he's old.
Well, yeah. In the Old Man
comics.
Logan comics, he's blind.
Yeah.
But, like, that's crazy. We both thought of this Eastwoods as Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Okay.
And the reason I don't know, I was thinking of like, cause I was thinking of the Old Man Logan comics, and I was thinking of this movie that he played in called The Mule.
Love the Mule.
So I
Mule's
was like,
so good.
he would have done so good in that.
Yeah. Okay, I could see it. I think Scott's a little more of my like I'd see Scott better, but Clint's one of the best.
So for Daredevil, Old Man Daredevil, I did.
Oh, Daredevil is Avenger.
Yeah.
That's an Avenger. Holy shit.
Scott Glenn. He played in the Daredevil TV show, but he played Daredevil's mentor, Stick.
Okay.
He just does such a good job. I just want him because he's already older.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what he looks like?
I've seen him.
Okay.
So he would look good as an older Daredevil.
And
Yeah.
plus, I know he can do the role because he already plays a blind guy.
And he is the mentor of him, so it's like it works out. And it'd also be one of those things where someone's like, "Oh shit," like that'd be a good call.
And I would want in. I'm sure they could do CGI or whatever to it. For Spider-Man, I'd want Toby, but I'd want him a little aged. Like, just like,
as a legacy.
yeah, because
Okay.
I just, if you're gonna bring Spidey into like a something like this, I gotta have Toby.
True.
Like, I don't want anyone else doing it besides him. If you're gonna do like a legacy movie like this,
You gotta have Toby.
you gotta have Toby. For an old lady Black Widow, Julianne Moore.
I know the name. You gotta
I'll show you.
remind me. Julianne Moore. I know it. I just don't know where she's from. Yes. Yep.
I think she
Very
played
good. Yeah, kill it. She'd kill it.
older.
Yeah.
And last one, older Captain Marvel.
No Hulk.
I did do Hulk.
Oh, you did Banner. That's right.
Yeah.
You said it's Banner. I thought I was thinking of Hulk. No Thor though.
No, I didn't want Thor in this one.
Okay.
It's Thor's so fucking strong. I already had this last character as a big, strong hero.
Okay.
So I brought Captain Marvel in. So if I brought Captain Marvel and Thor, I was like,
yeah, it's overpowered. You don't have a movie.
This one I'm gonna like because she's got the short hair, she's got the age. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, I love you, bro. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. She's one of my favorite older actresses. She gets so much shit for just being Laurie Strode and now the other shittier Halloween movies that just came out. But Jamie Lee Curtis is such an amazing actress. She's so good in horror movies and also being a badass. Dude,
I think
her as a Captain Marvel, she got the short. She's sassy too.
I think she
Hell
could do
yeah.
a good Captain Marvel.
Better than Brie Larson.
So,
Sorry, but I think Brie Larson is the stalest female actress, dude, and she makes
That's-
everything about feminism.
That's my
So-
cast, and that's my story.
Oh, dude, I love Jamie Lee Curtis as Captain Marvel. That'd be so cool. Cause she would be like, "All right,
Yep.
time to fix these boys up, man." And like,
So what did you think of the story and everything? The
I
cast?
know I like the story. I like how the legacy. I would kind of wish you did the young actors a little bit, just so we could see some faces to things. But just having them there
Yeah.
as kind of like fodder of like, okay, this is the problem. We're focusing on the old people. We just need this for the filler.
Yeah.
It's fine. But I actually really like your. I think it's better than mine. Like I said, I wrote mine at fucking 4 in the fucking morning almost. So,
But that shit with Hawkeye was crazy.
dude, we both thought of the Eastwoods, and we also both thought of Johnny Depp. I just
Yep.
was kind of like, that was too easy for me. And oh my, dude, get the fuck out of my head, bro. But all right, that sounds good. I mean, this is probably one of the only Fancast Fridays where I'll wave the white flag. I think he beat me on this one. All right, so you've already heard the 2 movies. You heard mine, Avengers Invasion.
And you heard mine, Avengers Age of Tomorrow.
And both are very good. Like I said before, I'm going to wave the white flag. I think he beat me on this one. Really good fucking stories over on his side. I really like it. But let us know what you think in the comments down below. Do all that shit. Click all those buttons. Hit like, share, subscribe, comment. Do everything that you want to do. Help us out. And thank you for joining us as one of the inmates here at the asylum. Bye.